What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are doing well. The second day of New York Knicks training camp actually wrapped up. Like a couple days ago was the first day of training camp, media and all that. We had some brand new guys that were actually interviewed, had some questions being asked, such as Quentin Grimes and Obi Toppin. Tom Thibodeau, once again, they wanted to hear his thoughts and analysis of what's going on in practice, like the updates and all that. So this video is actually going to be specifically about one player, and it's going to be the backup center position of Nerlens Noel. And don't worry, in like a couple hours from now, I'm trying to think if it's going to be at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, but if you go on Clutch People TV, you'll see when the live stream is scheduled at that moment. So Nerlens Noel actually came out and said, like during media day, that he took a lot of jump shots this past summer when it came to just like this offseason. And I think that is absolutely huge. And the reason why is because a report came out where Tom Thibodeau announced like Mitchell Robinson isn't a full participant in practice. I thought he was going to be ready to go when it came to like the season opener versus the Boston Celtics. It is possible that he could still end up playing versus the Boston Celtics, but he's still not fully participating like in drills, in scrimmages, and all that. He's doing the best he can, and apparently Tom Thibodeau has said he's like prepared himself very well. He's come into camp in like very good shape. He's gotten stronger when it comes to his lower part of his body and upper part, which I think is very critical when it comes to Mitchell Robinson really banging up against a lot of bodies down low in the post if he's really working on that part of his game, or just in general. You want to make sure you're durable when it comes to the professional NBA level, or just level in general. But he gave, Tom Thibodeau gave Mitchell Robinson some credit that he's getting stronger, and he's really handled it in a very professional way, and he's handled it like the best you can really handle a situation like this with an injury, fracturing his foot, which just freaking sucks, and I hope he comes back quick. But we got to be prepared. We got to be prepared at the center position if Mitchell Robinson is not ready. We know what Nerlens Noel is capable of on the defense side of the basketball. Yes, he doesn't have the versatility of a Mitchell Robinson, potentially guarding like freaking like point guards outside on the perimeter, because Mitchell Robinson is that much of a freakish athlete, as Nerlens Noel doesn't move as good as him, but we know he brings those momentum changing blocks. We saw the one on Dorian Finney-Smith. That was absolutely just amazing. We came out with that W. I believe that was the game Julius Randle had 44 points. Just everyone played well in that basketball game. That game was so much fun to watch in Dallas, but we know he brings that momentum on defense. But if we're being real, on offense, he is literally a black hole. Like, not a black hole, actually. He's just non-existent. Like, he's a big-time liability on that side of the ball. You can't really set anything up of, like, pick and rolls or, like, him rolling to the basket. Like, when they do, he's just not capable of catching the basketball or having good hands on a consistent basis at all. So I was really thinking about things like, yeah, he's a good defensive player, but we're definitely going to miss Mitchell Robinson's presence around the rim. I'm not saying Mitchell Robinson is a Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic when it comes to the offense side of the basketball. When it comes to like versatility-wise, he's not at all. He's a high-flying athlete that can run the floor very well. He's a rim runner. But just compared to Nerlens Noel, he is light and day. And I think this would be absolutely amazing if he adds like a mid-range jumper or a three-point jumper, because they said specifically, or he's at least working on specifically, can never pronounce that weird voice. I say Pacific, I don't know why, that he's working on a corner three-point shot. And I really do understand this, because the New York Knicks probably negotiated with him, or Nerlens Noel actually said this, that he had a conversation with the Knicks like, yeah, we're giving you this contract, but we need more out of you. Yes, it's great that you bring these momentum-changing blocks, but maybe they want him to branch out his game, because not like he's crazy old. I still think there is some potential there on the offense of the basketball. I feel like everyone can get better at any stage of their career. Hit my laptop there if you're willing to put in the work and you really have that great work ethic. But it all also comes down to like how his mechanics are. Like, is he taking quality shots? Is he just taking shots for no reason? But apparently he's been like working on this jump shot since like last year, just like at the end of practice, kind of like for fun. And they're really talking about him like translating that over to the NBA game. But he doesn't have the worst of mechanics. I don't think his form is absolutely awful. But when you do go on to re-sign someone, yes, he's a good shot blocker, and you kind of know what you're getting there. Like, he's a safe player. Like, you know, he's not going to do too much offensively. You know, he's not going to look to just be insane, make some crazy play defensively outside on the perimeter. He knows where to be in the paint when it comes to blocking shots, even though his awareness cannot be the greatest when it comes to pick and roll. But if Mitchell Robinson doesn't return anytime soon, or if he's not there at the beginning of the season, you want to see a more versatile Nerlens Noel. I know that's a lot to ask because, like, I'm not asking Noel to have a jump shot overnight, but we're definitely going to miss Mitchell Robinson's presence of what he's capable of more out there on the court. But when I saw things, Noel, his frame, he still doesn't look the strongest. Hopefully he's working on boxing out. I think that's a department he really needs to work on consistently, rebounding the basketball. But it's going to open up things even more if Nerlens Noel could even knock down a mid-range shot. But we'll see what goes on to happen if it ends up translating to the NBA game towards the end of the season. But yeah, do you think it's realistic, Nerlens Noel adding a three-point shot, or no? Like, when you watch him at the free throw line, do you think there's that shooter's touch there? He definitely did get better when the season went on from the charity stripe. Yeah, this should be very interesting. It's just like, if Mitchell Robinson's out, you're expecting a lot from Nerlens Noel, or you need Nerlens Noel to produce on the offense side of the basketball, even though the defense is great as well. But he's definitely going to hold it down on defense. We know that. But let me know down below your thoughts and analysis, and peace out, y'all.
Anything you personally that you worked on this summer to your game?
I'm getting a lot of threes. Try to expand my game to that corner three. I'm gonna definitely tread lightly coming in, seeing what it's like. But I've gotten the green light for the most part. So I just got to keep getting the reps up and make sure it falls in game time, and I'll be able to implement that.
That's something that they asked you to work on this offseason, knowing that they would want you to expand out this coming year.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it's something I've been working on. But like you said earlier, being on one-year deals, you never know how much you can really do. So getting this comfortability with this type of situation, even the day I signed the contract and I met with them, they told me, and make it a conscious effort to make it a game shot, not just after practice and etc. So, but other times I've put in work into fixing my shot from Kentucky to through high school, shooting on the other side of them. So, it's calibrated right. So I feel like I can knock it down, have the confidence, and also just the proof is in the pudding. Just gotta keep working on it.